Alright, so this is the most basic first tutorial on just making a web page using WordPad or Notepad or text edit. I have Windows, so I'm going to be doing in WordPad. I just like the way that works better. So to open up WordPad, I'm just going to go down here, and I could go through the whole thing here, but if you just type into the little search bar here, Word, oops, you got to spell it right, WordPad. Okay, so I wrote Word. You can see I have Microsoft Word or WordPad. I'm going to go WordPad. That's going to open up. I'll just make a big screen. All right, so we're just going to write the basic HTML structure, and then we'll fill it in afterwards. So the first thing I need to do is just declare this as an HTML5 document. Okay, so actually I'm going to make this, let me do view. I'll make this zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, so you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to, it's the less than symbol, exclamation point, HTML, all in caps. Oh, whoops, actually, not like that, sorry. Doc type, all in caps, and then HTML, lowercase, like that, okay? Next thing you're gonna do, so that just says this is an HTML5 document when it gets opened. The next thing, like, what kind of HTML document? So the next thing we're gonna do is just the overall root of HTML, so we're just gonna put an HTML tag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just do a couple spaces and do that's the opening tag, I'm gonna do the closing tags. Okay, so HTML, HTML. The next thing I need to do is there's going to be the header and the body, right? So I need the head and the body. So I'm just going to go ahead and do head. Hang on one second. All right, sorry about that. So it's going to be the head, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and do the closing tag of the head as well. So basically everything that goes in here is stuff that you don't see in the main browser window, but it gives information in regards to the HTML5 document itself. Okay, so then I'm just going to hit tab, and I'm just going to put the title in. Okay, in the title I'm just going to say, because the assignment's bio, so I'm going to say John Cone biography. Okay, and then I'll put the closing tag. Okay, like so. So every not everyone, but for the most part, almost all elements, this is a completed element, we'll have the opening tag, the content, and then the closing tag. Okay, so that's all I'm going to put for my head, and then I'll start the body, which is the stuff that will actually be seen. And so I'm just going to put, and then I'll put the closing tag. Okay, like that. And then everything in here is going to consist of the stuff that's in there. So first thing I want to do is just you know, with the title, right? So I'm going to use an H1, which is the first heading, and I'm going to say Jonathan Cone, because that will be my title, and then I'll just do H1. Okay, so opening tag, content, closing tag. Then I'm just going to do a paragraph, okay, and I'll just say kind of like a subtitle for it, and just say best professor in our time, or best ever. That's a question mark, I'm not sure. Okay, then we'll just do gotta put the closing tag P. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and just do, I'm gonna go to file, save as. All right, I'm just gonna click on the save as. I'm gonna save right to my desktop, and I'm just gonna click on text document as the option, and I'm gonna write my last name underscore bio dot HTML. It's important that you put the .html, otherwise it won't know it's an HTML document. And then hit save. It'll say whatever, I don't really care. Hit yes. Now, if I were to open this up, I gotta find it. Where are you? Where is it? Why am I having such a hard time finding this? Shouldn't have such a complicated picture. Hang on. I'm not really sure what happened. For some reason, the screen just didn't refresh. My computer's been acting kind of funky. So I just did right click and I did refresh, which refreshes like your desktop here, and then it showed up. I don't really know, but if I were to double click on this, you'll now see that where I put title will show up here, right? Because I wrote John Cohn biography in the title element, and then it says Jonathan Cohn in an H1, and then best professor in our time, or best ever. It should be of our time. Okay, so you can kind of see it's already working. So I'm just going to go back to this, and I'm just going to kind of I'm going to fix this first. Oops, of our time. Okay, good. Now what I'm going to do also is I'm going to go ahead and add some text, because I want to make these both italic, so time and ever. So to do that, I'm just going to add an emphasis. So I'm going to do a tag emphasis, and then I'm going to do em \em. Oops, didn't go back far enough. Em. Okay, so it'll say that, because that exists within this one, so it'll go like that. And then I'm also going to put it on ever. Em. All right, for emphasis, then em. Gotta remember to put the / on that. And then I'll just hit Control S or Command S. Yep, that's fine. Then what I'm going to do is do the next one, right? So I need to do an H2. So H2, and I'll say he or I teach stuff. Okay, then I'll just do the closing tag of H2, and then I'll just do another paragraph here. And so P element, and like, I teach all sorts of cool things like web design. Do the closing tag P. All right, and then I'll do another one here. And actually right here, I want to make web design bold. So I could do a B element, or I could do a strong, but I'm going to do a strong. So I'm going to write strong. Okay. On either side of this, I'll put a period there too. Okay, so this and then strong. Okay, so obviously this element is nested inside of the P element. Okay, and then I just need to do a third one. So H3, oops, and say never mind will be the title of that one for whatever reason. H3, okay, and then we'll do another P element, another paragraph, and we'll say he is, or I am actually horrible. Okay, nothing better, but it's always best to be self-effacing. Okay, okay, and then I'm just gonna hit Control S. It's gonna again give me the errors, but Control S is just a hotkey for save. You could just hit save if you have that little thing up there, or if it looks like this, just hit save. And then afterwards, if I go down here and reopen this up, it should open up, and it should have all the stuff in there. So you can see how I put emphasis on time and ever, and then I put strong on web design, and then you can see the 3 levels of headings. Okay, and that's basically what you need to do, and that would be it. So hopefully, then once you're done with that, you're going to want to drop that onto your thumb drive or whatever. Okay.